Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty season 3, episode 7. Who am I? I'm the girl who loves Rick and Morty a lot, but even more Jerry. And I can't hide it anymore. I'm choosing to not hide it anymore. I love all of these characters, but truly, yes, I love Jerry more than the other ones. Let's admit it. I think my level of sugar is too low. Why am I saying that? Because I can feel that you know, I need to eat something with sugar, and then I'm gonna come back to you. I have issues with that since days, you know. I have issues with that since I'm that old, you know. But you know, it's a period of time where I need sugar more than usually, and it's making me like that. And also with what I'm saying and with how I'm saying it, I'm feeling that I need sugar. Right now, you know, the fact that I'm beginning this video not knowing that I'm gonna begin it like that, saying that I love this show, but I love Jerry, you know, more than all of the other characters. Yes, it's the truth, and like, I think that with all of my reaction videos about Rick and Morty, you guessed it on your own that my love for this character is maybe not rational. Like, maybe I'm putting too much into this character, maybe I'm putting a lot of my emotions into this character, maybe about someone else who is making me think of this character. And truly, yes, I love Jerry, and a lot because of himself, this character, because he's genuinely nice, and because he tried during a lot of episodes and seasons, in fact, to please all of them, to be there for everyone. Okay, he failed, and okay, it was sometimes like a little lame, and you know, I felt, you know, some pity for this character at multiple occasions. But on the contrary of what Rick said, not during the last episode, but during the other one, you know, during the episode 5, it's not something that he wants, Jerry, you know, for people to have some pity for him, to think of him like that. Not at all. I think that he would love to be brave and to be considered as the hero and stuff like that, and we had some episodes about it. But the fact is that it's not him, and he's not hiding who he is. And yes, he did bad stuff by offering that, you know, about Rick, about giving Rick to these authorities, being okay to kill Rick during the episode 5 of this season. But again, you have to consider that all of them, they are not considering him, they are not respecting him, they are treating him bad, they are talking to him bad, and it's making me sad, really. And it's making me love Jerry even more. So yes, my love for Jerry is irrational, but the fact that I'm beginning this episode with that, when during the last episode it was not about Jerry, so I shouldn't think about Jerry right now, I think it's a proof that I need sugar. That my level of sugar is really low, and I can feel it also. What can I eat? I'm coming back. What can I eat? I need to eat. I'm back with a bomb cake, you know, made in 5 minutes. Coconut, if you want to know the taste of it, it's gonna be coconut. And yes, I'm gonna eat it right now during this intro, because clearly, I don't know if you... See, it's my level of sugar, which is low. Hey, oh! Hey! I'm coming back to you. Just give me 3 spoons and I'm gonna be back with you. You know that moment when you can feel that your body needed this, you know, that feeling of your body being like, oh, okay, that's what I needed, now I can. No, I don't have diabetes or stuff like that, if you were wondering. I don't have that. I just have a body system, you know, which is working a lot with sugar. And me, I don't appreciate sugar that much, you know, so I'm eating stuff like that. But when I have a rough day, you know, a stressful day or something like that, I'm eating, my body is consuming a lot of energy, a lot of sugar things, and I need more sugar than usually, and I didn't think that today was a day like that, but apparently it was, so that's it. See, I'm already feeling better. A little, but still already feeling better. Okay, what I was saying, that I love Jerry a lot. I think that it's okay. You know, I mean, I think that I said what I said about that, but you know, I was thinking about the fact that right there, I'm gonna watch the episode 7 of this season 3. So I should know already the mood of this season. If the season 1 was really the funny one, the one to make a lot of jokes and a lot of weird situations for the characters and all, the second one, we went deeper on the characters and it was more a Rick season, you know, for Rick to analyze himself and to understand that he loves people, that he cares about them, that he wants to be there for them. This season is more about Morty taking control of stuff, saying the truth to people, being fully honest about what he wants, about what he thinks, about everyone. If the season 2 was a little deeper, that one, with the themes that we are exploring and all, it's way more deeper and darker also. But right there, you know, if the season 1 was funny, the season 2 we went deeper into the characters but still with funny things. This season 3, I have the impression that the writers, they are not hiding anymore, that they are talking about the psychological aspect of their characters. Like we had an entire episode about a therapy session. During the last episode that I just watched, it was about exploring the things that you think which are toxic in you. Like the writers, they are not hiding anymore the fact that with this show, with these characters, they want to explore psychological things, mental health situations, subjects. That's so cool, that's so great, I love that. But because of that, it's way deeper and way darker than what this show was supposed to be, you know, at the beginning. So I'm wondering how we're gonna end this season 3. If we are continuing on that direction, I mean for all of the characters, but also for the subject of this show, with Beth, who is drinking, who is trying to be independent, but who has that toxic relationship with her dad, now she knows it, what she's gonna do with that. Morty, who is getting tired of everyone's bullshit, who is angry, who is violent also now sometimes with his words, with his actions. With Rick, who had what he wanted, you know, with Jerry leaving, who cares about people but who is still fighting that. Not so much anymore, but still, you know, we have stuff unresolved with him, and again, his relationship with Beth, we need to work on that. With Jerry, who is all alone, who was left behind, who is poor Jerry, really. Really, for me, the only one who is out of that, you know, a little of all of this psychological things, subjects that the writers are exploring through this show, it's summer. Summer, you have a good life into this show, believe me. See, I'm talking normally now. Really, my level of sugar is not normal again. It's beginning to be better. So you can see it, you know, really in live, you can see that it's beginning to be better. And I'm not like these persons on TikTok. Really? See, I'm like that, I'm nervous, I'm having an anxiety attack. No, anxiety attack, first, it's not that, and that guy, you're lying so much about it, it's insane. But me, right there, you saw the difference between two spoons of a ball cake, really a 5 minutes ball cake. I'm going to continue to eat it, watching this episode, talking to you, yes, I don't care. If you're okay with Rick burping so much and all, you can be okay with me talking with a little of cake in my mouth. Okay. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon to have this episode in advance, I'm saying it each time, we have 2 weeks of advance, so it means at least 4 or 5 episodes of advance. With extended or 4 action parts, I put a lot of 4 action parts already for Rick and Morty. You have them also with full opacity because I'm forced to play with that for YouTube. I hope that it's gonna change at some point. We'll see. And if you want to support me, also you have my Patreon for that. I'm a little reactor. I don't have a lot of followers, enough followers for YouTube, for what YouTube considers. And on Patreon, I have not a lot of you, but I'm proud and I'm glad for each one of you. But if you want to be a part of the Patreon team, you have my Patreon, you can go on my Patreon. Let's go for this episode. I'm sorry for this intro, that was a mess, clearly. And at the same time, I said what I wanted to say. Oh, I didn't see, you know, that maybe it's getting darker. I hope that I'm not gonna be forced to turn my light on at some point.
Alright, Morty, you ready for our adventure to the lost city of Atlantis? Ready as I'll ever be, Rick! Oh, for fuck's sake. We're going
What do you want?
to reality, asking Ricks to contribute to the Citadel of Ricks redevelopment fund.
He destroyed it!
In the first place, that's why I murdered everyone in charge and let
No.
us rot. Oh, that was you.
Yes!
The Citadel of Ricks redevelopment fund. Donate. He's not gonna donate.
You want to build a new one?
Let's go. We don't have to be a 10. I think you know that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm glad I'm not one of them.
It was a joke? That was a joke! I don't like that kind of joke.
His name is Simple Rick, but he's no dummy. He realized long ago that the greatest thing he'd ever create was his daughter. We run it on a loop through Simple Rick's mind. And the chemical that makes his brain...
But it's a real memory?
Simple Rick, Simple Wafers, Wafer Cookie. Come home to Simple Rick's.
Just one day remains before our newly democratic Citadel elects its first...
You know,
president.
it's
Is anyone's race above the Rick
the ball cake, the sugar dose of this Ricks, this memory.
Still in the race, and you just gotta love him for that. We had a good run, sir, but I think it's time to pull out of the race. I feel pretty confident about tonight's debate.
I'm pretty sure that Evil Morty is right there. It's the best place to hide.
Sorry, I was expecting... A Rick partner? Lesson 1, rookie. Expect the unexpected.
Nah?
Morty's hard! You man, get the fuck off the car, you Rickless fucking animal! The election's got these yellow shirts more riled up.
You're Rickless and Morty.
This is a great adventure. This is a great adventure. I love being your new Morty. I love
You're teaching them that.
Oh,
Now
this
we're
is
in the
your
scene.
first Rick was
During the opening credits.
How many Ricks have you had? 5. I see. So you are top of the class in something.
I don't like that.
Hopefully, they will be your last. Yes, slow Rick.
How many Mortys a Rick needs to have in a replacement? For what? For the ones that they killed?
I say we make our last day count. I say we go to the wishing portal. That's a myth. It's not a
Like in Harry Potter?
Okay, fine. I'm in. Me too. What the hell? I thought I saw a fly. I've been your supervisor for 5 years, but all shitty things must come to an end, and I have been promoted to regional manager. Yeah, I feel the same way. May we never meet again. I know I'm new to the Citadel, and some of you might not think I put in my time, but what can I say? I'm cool, Rick.
You look stupid.
Alright then, back to work, you gold Ricker. No Ricks, no family. Mortys are raised to be sidekicks. Without a side to kick, they just start kicking.
Really?
They were about my height. Oh jeez, hey, what's going on, fellas? Oh jeez, man, nothing, man. We're just hanging out and stuff. Guess I'm supposed to be figuring out who robbed the store across the street, but
The
jeez,
jeez.
I don't know. Oh jeez, man, that sucks that your Rick's making you do that. He's my partner. Oh jeez, you just look like a sidekick.
Mortys are not only sidekicks.
I believe the answer to your question has 3 parts. First, education spending must get much higher.
Okay, you're in a jungle, I can eat.
And that's how you run a Citadel. I don't see a divide between Ricks and Mortys. Oh, shocker. Gentlemen, I think we can all agree on one thing. Well, it came out as 2 things, but you get the idea. The division I see is between the Ricks and Mortys that like the Citadel divided and the rest of us. I see it in our schools, where they teach Mortys we're all the same because they're threatened by what makes us unique. In our factories, where Ricks work for a fraction of their boss's salary, even though they're identical and have the same IQ. The Citadel's problem isn't homeless Mortys or outraged Ricks.
It's what?
The Citadel's problem is the Ricks and Mortys feeding on the Citadel's debt. Holy shit. But I've got a message for them. From the Ricks and Mortys that believe in this Citadel, to the Ricks and Mortys that don't. You're outnumbered.
It was a good speech, right? It's not just me.
I can't believe it. I know. That's why you're fired. Sounds like you're looking for work. I can offer you a very enticing compensation package.
Tell me that it was not Evil Morty, please.
Morty, what's your original reality and where's your Rick? Gosh, we moved around so much it's hard to remember. Guess I should have had more faith. It's not faith you need. It's fear. And hope and fear. If I had to fear anything, I'd fear other people being afraid of fear itself. You guys doing a little chemistry homework with Grandpa? Is this what I think it is? Bootleg portal flu.
Often.
Guess his math was off. Are you my new Rick? It's okay,
What?
Morty. Everything I learned at the academy was... Doesn't matter. Nothing's wrong with putting your faith in a Morty. You just gotta pick the right one.
Oh, I like that lesson.
Boy, I got us knee deep in paperwork, huh? Just go to the car and grab a medipack. Let me worry about this.
What are you gonna do with these Mortys? What the
Same
fuck?
old story. Morty's killing Mortys. Morty, I cloned myself so you can kiss me as a baby. This is just like a Morty baby. Hey, did you end up getting a new job? Yeah, I did. Assassinating you. Okay.
Why? What was the secret that you discovered?
You look like you could use a good time. 1 dance for 10, 2 for 25. No, thank you. Bad math.
Nah.
How'd it go with the Morty Town Locos? They had a little accident. They won't be causing any trouble anymore. Big Morty likes to contribute to keeping the peace in Morty Town. Think of him as a drug lord, and us as cops on his payroll. Morty, you're right. Morty Town is bad, but it doesn't mean that we have to be. Hey, what's going on here, Morty? Which Morty? He's fucking things up for both of you, unless he takes the money. Big Morty, you're under arrest.
For Rick to refuse money?
If we don't kill him, he'll talk. If you do, I'll talk. One thing's for sure, y'all don't have to worry about Cowboy Morty talking.
Nah.
You told me to put my faith in the right Morty. I've got
You?
faith in you, partner. Do the right thing. Oh, Grandpa Rick, I don't want to be on the Citadel anymore. I want to be
No, you want. That was a trap.
What the hell happened in there? Same old story. Rick's killing Mortys. What the hell's he doing? Oh, where am I? A bad place. No! God damn it! A portal to the Blender Dimension? I'm Rick D. Sanchez III, owner of this here wafer establishment.
Which one now?
He's a terrorist! What Rick isn't?
Nah.
It ends now. Come with me, friend. Where are we going? To your new life.
Factory made cookies, flavored them with lies.
With lies? Ah, so that was not a real memory.
We captured that taste, and we keep giving it to him so he can give it right back to you. Come home to the unique flavor and shattering the grand illusion. Come home to simple Rick.
There it is. The wishing portal. They say for your wish to come true, you have to give up something really important. My wishes never come true. Not on the Citadel. Then why did you bring us here? Because I wish that would change. We went somewhere nice. Garbage dump. Stand back. He couldn't be allowed to win. Then you should have.
Why?
That Morty is not what he seems. Yeah, well, no Morty seems like a president. He won? Yeah.
It was what? No! I want to know the secret. No, it was not Evil Morty because
You're free to go. Did we miss graduation? Where are the new Ricks? No graduation. No new Ricks. The school's curriculum is changing. Good luck, turds. Holy crap. Slick's wish came true.
huh?
You were saying Garment District Rick? We were saying President Morty that we don't care who sits in that seat. You'll find that we're still running it now. Does he really speak for everyone here? Yeah.
It's gonna kill you. I'm right, it's Evil Morty.
Yes.
It's Evil Morty! I was right!
This seems like a good time for a drink. Teach about politics. About order.
I don't know how I can have the confirmation of it.
Now is the time for action.
The music, it was the music at the end of Evil Morty episode. A lot of Ricks for sure. I'm gonna turn my lights on even if it's gonna be yellow and stuff like that, but right there it's turning red outside. It's weird. Oof. It's weirder, no? I'm not so sure. Whoa. I'm gonna make the review like that. I'm not so sure of how it looks like, but I'm gonna do it like that. Evil Morty, that was Evil Morty for sure. Evil Morty just took control of the Citadel. Evil Morty, why you would take control of the Citadel? You don't want for Mortys and Ricks to be like that. Evil Morty, he has something against the Ricks, really. Can it be possible that right there by taking control of the Citadel you're gonna kill all of the Ricks? At least you're gonna use all of the Ricks as slaves and stuff like that, and all of the Mortys are gonna rule for you, and you're gonna kill the Mortys who want the Ricks, you know, and the Mortys to be equals. But you know, thinking of that, I was wondering, you know, during the episode, at some point, someone asked to Evil Morty, where is your Rick? And he didn't answer. You know my theory about Rick or Rick? I have a theory that I'm not at 100% convinced and I still need to work on it. Like, I think that the truth is around that theory, but it's not that theory itself. I have that theory about the fact that for Rick's past, to explain Rick's past, the fact that he left Beth when she was young and he came back, and each time it was for no particular reason, I think that the writers, they are playing a lot into these episodes with time traveling, with having a lot of Ricks, Jerry's, Mortys and stuff like that. And that original backstory, which was fake, maybe had things which were true inside of it. So my theory, based on that impression, the fact that maybe Beth, she had her Rick, original Rick, who left the place, for what reason, I don't know yet, but maybe truly that Rick, her Rick left, or Rick, I don't know how to explain that. Rick, maybe truly, in his reality, he lost his Beth and his wife. Then he went on another reality where Rick left his family to that reality, that other reality, so he replaced the Rick who was into that reality. Do you understand what I mean? To explain the fact that he came back without really apparent reasons, it's because of the fact that it's not the original Rick who reappeared, it's another Rick, the one who lost his wife and his Beth. That's my theory for now. I'm not saying that it's the truth, that it's that, but I think that it's something like that. At least it's something playing with that, with time traveling, with having a lot of Ricks, a lot of Mortys, a lot of Jerrys. Like the writers, they are playing so much with that, and the fact that Rick is talking a lot about the fact that we have infinite Ricks, infinite Mortys, and that he's okay to exchange one with another one. He said that at multiple occasions for Morty already, so I have the impression that it's not a first, for him. Maybe he already did it once. So having that theory on mind, maybe Evil Morty is the Morty that Rick should have. No, it's not possible. But no. I'm sorry, that was so French. Because I was beginning to be like, maybe in fact Evil Morty, it's the Morty of Rick's first reality, who never had a Rick into his life, so he evolved into Evil Morty. And he is so mad at the Ricks because Rick abandoned him for another reality. But I'm wrong about that, because if Beth died when she was young, she didn't have the time to have a Morty. So Evil Morty can't be... Evil Morty backstory can't be connected with that theory that I have about Rick backstory. Or I'm like that, with all of these theories and all. But still, I think that for Evil Morty, his background, I still think that there is something about Evil Morty being like that because he never had a Rick. This show is so much about their relationship and the fact that they have a good and a bad influence on each other. It's a balance, these two characters, that maybe in a world without any Rick for Morty to grow up, Morty can turn bad, can be an evil Morty, and can be mad at all of the Ricks because Rick abandoned him into his reality. I still think that for Evil Morty backstory. But yes, I can't connect it with my theory about our Rick. So it means that Evil Morty is not connected with our Rick, if I'm right about that theory. And I don't think that I'm at 100% right. Yes, I'm gonna keep that during the editing, that review, that moment, with me trying to make theories, trying to understand things. Because, even if my conclusions are wrong, I'm not saying I are surely wrong, I'm saying are wrong. Even if they are wrong, the conclusions, I think that I'm right, with some clues that I'm picking up to make the theories. I think that for Rick backstory, we need time traveling, we need the fact that we have a lot of different versions of each character, we need a little of the fake backstory to do that. I have a theory based on that, maybe that theory is wrong, but these three things, I think that I need to use them to compose his backstory. Like for Evil Morty, maybe I'm wrong about the fact that his Rick abandoned him and it's because of that he's like that. I still think that he evolved without a Rick. To become so evil, to be so mad at Rick. Rick did really something bad to you or just abandoned you and you're mad. I don't know. That was a good episode. That was an episode, which is not really important, in fact, for all guys, all characters, because we were not with them at any moment. We had them at the beginning and at the end, all Rick and all Morty. But for the rest of the episode, we spent it with other Ricks and other Mortys. The cops ones, they were fun, at least I appreciated their story. And the conclusion of it, it's a little rough. Mortys can kill Mortys, Ricks can kill Mortys, but we didn't have any Morty who killed a Rick. No? If not, Evil Morty. We had the kids, we had all of these Mortys who are just sidekicks. They are not just that, they are so not just that. The writers are insisting so much since seasons now about the fact that Morty is getting tired of Rick's bullshits, about the fact that he gave up on Rick at multiple occasions, about the fact that now he can resolve stuff on his own without Rick. You're not just a sidekick, Morty. The Citadel controlled by Evil Morty, for sure we're gonna see it again and we're gonna see him again. But what, you're gonna compose an army to kill all of the Ricks of all of the different realities? At some point, you're gonna come for all Rick? We'll see! And I'm gonna see that on another day, not right now. 3 episodes, that was already great, and as you can see, that's it, that's the night outside. Really, we're in autumn now. I can't film 6 p.m, it's already too much, you know, to film. So that's all for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.